The first light. The dawn had not yet broken over Jerusalem, but Mary Magdalene was already walking through its silent, sleeping streets. Grief was a physical weight, a shroud as real as the one that covered her Lord. Each stone beneath her feet was a reminder of the stone that sealed the tomb, a final, unmovable testament to her shattered hope. In her hands she clutched spices, a last futile act of love in a world that had been drained of all light and color. She reached the garden, the air cool and fragrant with night-blooming flowers. The other Mary was waiting, her face a mirror of Mary Magdalene's own despair. "The stone," the other Mary whispered, her voice cracking. "It is so large. Who will roll it away for us?" The question hung in the air, a symbol of their powerlessness against the finality of death. Suddenly, the earth groaned and violently shook beneath their feet. The Roman guards, hardened soldiers of the empire, were thrown to the ground as if by an invisible hand. Their faces, illuminated by a sudden, impossible flash of light from the tomb, were masks of pure terror, their bodies frozen in fear. From the heart of the light, a figure descended, an angel of the Lord, whose face blazed like lightning and whose robes were the color of fresh snow. With effortless grace, he touched the massive stone and rolled it aside as if it were a pebble. He sat upon it, a being of serene and overwhelming power, and the darkness of the garden fled from his presence. The angel looked at the two women who had fallen to their knees. "Do not be afraid." His voice was not a sound, but a feeling of peace that settled over their terrified hearts. "I know you seek Jesus, who was crucified. He is not here, for he has risen, just as he said." The angel gestured to the tomb. "Come, see the place where the Lord lay." Trembling, Mary Magdalene and the other Mary crept forward and peered into the darkness. A shaft of the coming dawn pierced the gloom, illuminating the stone slab. It was empty. The linen burial cloths lay flat, and the napkin that had covered his head was neatly folded by itself. It was an impossible, orderly emptiness. "Go quickly," the angel commanded, his voice filled with urgency. "Tell his disciples that he has risen from the dead." Fear and a wild, unbelievable joy warred within them. They turned and ran, their feet flying over the dew-kissed grass, their hearts pounding with the impossible news. Suddenly, a man stood on the path before them, bathed in the gentle morning light. "Greetings," he said. The voice was unmistakable. It was him. They fell to the ground, weeping, clinging to his feet not in grief, but in a torrent of joyous, worshipful relief. It was Jesus. "Do not be afraid," Jesus said, his voice filled with an infinite tenderness. He looked at them, and in his eyes, they saw not the memory of his suffering, but the promise of a new creation. "Go, tell my brothers to go to Galilee. There they will see me." Later, Peter and John ran to the tomb. John, faster, reached it first but hesitated. Peter, breathless and desperate, rushed past him and into the sepulchre. He saw the linen cloths lying there, and the separate, folded napkin. He stared, and the crushing weight of his denial, the suffocating despair of the past 3 days, began to lift, replaced by a light, a hope so glorious it stole his breath. He had risen,